I just finished watching There Is No Game by Jacksepticeye, which is one of the best, I would say by far the funniest things I've ever watched in my life. 3 hours, and it's him traveling to inner dimensions to try to. So basically, he goes and he destroys this game this guy made, and then he goes ahead and plays as a dude, and he follows this dude that's called Mr. Glitch. It's a very, 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 very weird guy that glitches the game, so you can do certain things like reverse things or turn things right side up or whatever, and he has to go through and figure out puzzles, and that bullshit right there is about to make me mad every single time it does this. I'm in the middle of doing something, it says, nope, you're not doing it, let's check and see if we're live first of all, because it always does this every time. Where's my phone? Yeah, we're live. That's good. Just want to make sure we're live. You know what I mean? As long as we're live, it's fine. As long as 2K TV loads, it's fine. Because then that's what I want to happen. Because then I know I've got a good game going. How many points do I have? 6? Made 3, 3. Okay, cool. Get a dip in here too. We're gonna throw another dip in because I'm fiending for dips today. I don't know. I just didn't dip at all yesterday. I usually don't on the days I'm off. Sometimes I'll just lay around and sleep most of the day because I'm so fucking tired because I'm running. Because I get so drained doing my work because I have to run to the meat counter and check the meat counter, make sure there's nothing empty on the meat counter. I have to go to the dairy department and check and make sure that the dairies looks good, and then I have to sometimes go into the frozen department and do frozen. And I got those two off, so I was good. I'm happy about that. Very happy. We'll find out how well I did tomorrow. You did good, except for you didn't get frozen faced. Well, what happened was it was like 8:45 when the truck got here. It was like 8:45 when we got done with the truck, so I only had like an hour and 15 minutes. I didn't have my allotted 2 hours that I wanted to do from 8 to 1 or 2 sides done. So I only had an hour and 15 minutes, so it sucked. And why'd you start in the middle? Because I thought that would be the easiest way to start to get done quicker, to get the hard stuff out of the way, and then I could have just zoomed through the other 2 aisles, like the one that had the least number of doors. Oh, okay, well, they look spectacular. We're just gonna be finishing the rest of them today. And plus, I didn't have Kylene either because Kylene ended up having to do the um, she had to end up doing the produce because we had inventory today, so yesterday. So that being said, she did not have her. I did not have her as help, and it was just me. And by the time we got done with the stupid stuff, time done with the truck, it was 8:45. I walked over there and started facing, and it was just such a mess that I had to. Took me a little longer than expected, and I got like 3/4 of the way done. You got 3/4 of the way done down that one side. If I had 3 people, I could have one on every single aisle. It'd be me and two other guys, one working on one aisle and one working on the other aisle, and we just face for 2 solid hours. Yep. But we don't have enough people to run because they don't have enough. Because apparently they're saying they don't have enough hours to run because they're cutting hours in overnights because overnight's not. I don't know what's going on, but I don't deal in semantics and I don't deal in semantics, so it's like I don't ask what I don't need to know, and that's why overnight's not had doesn't have enough hours to run. I don't know if it's just they don't want to be there, or is it just slow, or is it they don't want to do all the stuff that they need to get done. I don't know. They don't want to do all the pallets. They don't want to face the store. They don't want to, because if I had 16 to 20 people, and I was overnight manager. Like they do, I'd have one person at every pallet in the store. We'd all break down the pallet. We'd all work everything out of that pallet, and then we'd all face those aisles after the fact. It's what they're supposed to do. But somehow they take forever to get the pallets done. They can't put the pallets up. They can't put the pallets out. Sometimes they just can't get them done quick enough, or it's like 1 in the morning, or it's like 4 in the morning, and they're still working on the pallets. And you've got 3 hours to get everything done. You can't face an aisle in 3 hours. It takes I think it would take, for a good facing on an aisle and doing top stock on an aisle, would take 4 hours to do. So you get there at 10, you need to be done by at least 1 with your pallet. Then you can face your aisles. Then you can go help in the store and help other employees face their aisles. Then we get those aisles faced. We can go do the perimeter and try to get some of those perimeter aisles faced. Now, if you're working in the perimeter area, you should have to be able. You'll have like 5 or 6 people in the same area that can help you face as soon as they get done with their section or whatever. So if somebody's doing cheese and another person's doing the biscuits or the yogurt, or doing the other side, they can help you get faced. Once they get done with their section, or you get done with your section, you can help them face. That's pretty much what it's supposed to happen, but I don't know if it does or not. I'm not going to ask, because I don't want to get in trouble for something like disclosing information or something that I'm not willing to disclose. You know what I mean? I'm not supposed to disclose or something like that. We got a few new people here working unloading trucks and stuff. So we got them unloading the trucks. But now we got this picture of what it's supposed to look like when your unloading setup is supposed to look like. So it says this is how you're supposed to put this, and this here. Put these pallets here, put these pallets here, and put these pallets here. Then you go ahead, you do this. It's supposed to look like a map of the store. For a map of deals. So you have some general merchandise on one side. You have a general merchandise section there for all the pallets. For general merchandise, you have one section for all the front stuff and things like that. In the stuff, you have one for all the stupid stuff, like the water, and not water, but because water comes palletized, I think. I don't know how things work in Walmart, because Walmart just does things a little differently than what I'm used to. They do, very much so. I'm not saying, because what we did was we had a pallet for every aisle in the store, and we had 14 aisles. I think every aisle except for maybe, well, no, because the bread had peanut butter and honey, so we had a pallet for every aisle. We had 14 pallets laid out, and when we take them off the pallet, we would get the pallet of groceries, and we take each item off the pallet and put it on another pallet. That would be the pallet we would drag out to the floor. Then we take the pallet out to the floor, and we would stock that aisle. We try to get as much as we could on that pallet so that we could get as much out at one time. Because I'm not going to sit there and have 40 and... My eyes are itching, hold on. Mm-mm. I would have I got an itch. Hold on. I'd have my pallet with me. I'd have everything that came in on the truck, plus maybe some stuff they know will go out. That's how we did it at Big Lots. But Big Lots, we did it a little differently. It's a whole new ball game when you go to Big Lots. Scott has been there almost 30 years. Scott's been there 28 years. We'll be there 28 years next year. Next April, is it? I think he got hired in April, or was hired as manager whenever the store opened. He was manager whenever the store opened in '96. So '96, 2000, 2006. So let's see, 2006, 2016. Yeah, it'd be 28 years from next year he'll be there. And he's one of the best managers I would say he's probably one of the top 3 managers I have ever worked for. I would say probably he's number 1. And number 2 would probably be Gene Vernon, would be my other manager I loved working for. Because me and him got real close. Not like that, but like me and him got real close as buddies. I'd call him. I called him many times and stuff. The days we were off, said, "You want to go to breakfast?" And he would go with me, and we'd go eat at Jen's Diner all the time. Yeah, he loved it. I loved it too, because I lived out that way towards the end of my deal from there. Scott Manning was the best manager I ever worked for. Well, because he was so smart in what he did. He knew what to do because he's been there in that position for almost 30 years. It's been forever. He's been there since I was a little kid. I'm 36, so since I was 6 years old. He has been there almost 6 years old. I think I was like 4 at the time. Let's see. I was 7 at the time when he started managing the store. So it was very cool to work for him. And I knew his son through my brother, so just a good person to work for. He was just so great to work for because you go in with a smile on your face, and if he was there because you knew your night was going to be good, but your night was going to be tough, but your night was going to be filled with laughs and just all around good vibes the entire night. If you worked evening shift. Now, if you worked in the mornings, it was going to be cool until it's going to be good vibes all day. Because if you come in at 7 or open the store at 7, whatever, 7 or 8, whatever, he come and open the store, you'd be standing out there waiting on him. Because I had to go pick him up one time when it snowed real bad. And we had to come in anyway because they wanted us to come in. They weren't going to close the store because of the road conditions. And they were going to make us do what we had to do, to get there. And I had my Jeep, and so I'm like, okay. So I went all the way over to the south side to pick him up. And he was just so happy to see me. He said, let's go get to work. And he always knew what he was doing. He didn't have any problems where he didn't have any idea of what to do. When we were doing like holiday setup and stuff, he knew exactly what to do. But so did Vicky, and so did Amy. Amy and Vicky have been there quite a long time, and Melissa as well. They've all been there so long that they've known they've done this for years on end. But as a young adult, like a 36-year-old adult who has to have money to live on and stuff, I'm not gonna say anything different, but I would have loved to have stayed at Big Lots if I didn't have to worry about money, and they could pay me the right amount of money, like $14, $15 an hour. They pay me and whatever. it would be nice to be still working there. Because Essence is cool. All the other people that work there, Dana's awesome, Julie's awesome, Sarah's awesome, Amy, Vicky, and Scott and Melissa are all great. Now that Melissa's back as a manager now, assistant manager, so they have 3 assistant managers, 1 a manager, so they can go in and out and not have to worry about having a manager have to work more than, they each get so much. They each work a set amount of days, so it's like one will work like 2 or 3 days, and one will work like 2 days, and one will come in the morning so Scott can be off, and then one will come in the evening, take Scott's place, or take somebody else's manager's place, like Vicky will be in the mornings, and it's cool. Very helpful, very great as a team, and I really do miss those people. I mean, if I had to, and I could, I'd probably go back to Big Lots and work if I didn't have to worry about money issues, and wasn't in such a great job now. Because I am in a really good job. Walmart has been good to me. And if that should fail, Big Lots will be my next option. And Mom said, she said, well, if Scott will take you back, that'd be great. I said, Scott, Scott said, whatever happens at Walmart, if something happens and you get fired from Walmart or whatever, I will take you back with open arms. Me, Vicky, Melissa, and Amy will take you back with open arms. I said, because you're such a great person. I said, cool.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And so in the game for the Jazz.
Get out of the way.
In the wing spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Sexton in at the point guard position. Here in the middle of the season, injuries can certainly pile up, Greg. How does a team hold it together? And it's
5 assists. First assist.
Kevin, it's all about communication and being ready to step up. As long as you keep...
Because Big Lots has been this is like the best Big Lots to work for. I'll probably say this is my favorite company to work for because they're such great people. The managers are all great. The district manager is amazing. The former district manager was cool. And I met some of the uppers and stuff that came through our store. They said this store has been here it's one of the longest stores to be opened. I said most stores will shut down stuff. And he said it's one of the better stores, but it's not a store of the future, so it's not going to look like super amazing. It's one of those sawhorse stores, which is set up differently. But it's not one of those big, huge stores that has the nice lighting fixture and furniture. That was cool.
Working as a unit, you can cover for missing bodies.
Here's Clarkson. The Pelicans make their last shot. Over Jones. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start
Damn it!
This one.
I missed an assist. Do it to the wrong guy.
Is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Sexton against McCollum.
Kelly. Man bun.
Offensive rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Williamson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's been a slow start here for Utah. 8-point game. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line. And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break basket.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game
I'd say my favorite place to work so far has been probably Walmart. I got in I got very lucky to work at the neighborhood market. It's one of my favorite places to work because I love all of my coworkers. Even the ones that don't talk to me very much, you know, they're not very keen. They're more interested in trying to get done and go home. Stuff that they, you know, I mean, I love all my coworkers. They're great people. My people lead is amazing. My two managers are amazing. The manager is really nice. She's super nice. She's almost too nice in some instances. But she's very stern when it comes to things that, you know, don't go her way, or she doesn't get. She doesn't get stuff that get done. She's not very happy about it. Love my two managers my two managers that are over my section. Love my coworkers that I work with every day. I have no problems with anybody because they're all great people. But if I could, I'd probably go back to Big Lots. If I could, if they would pay me $14 an hour to work. I wouldn't tell anybody that I got 14. If I got a substantial hourly pay increase, like $14, $15 an hour, I wouldn't say a word to anybody because I don't want them to know, because I don't want them to feel bad because they're getting only like $11 an hour and I'm getting 15. I'm getting $4 more than they are. But being in retail, that's how I got into Walmart, was because I worked for
Played.
Yeah, tough
October.
game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable.
911
is
a joke.
You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow and closing out.
No, I've always thought something else really weird too. I always had a really weird thought, like, well, like if I'm a light bulb and I'm left on all day and never turned off for a whole day, well, what would my day be like? Pretty much like I am now. Tired.
And maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Here's Sexton. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Markkanen from outside. Sinks
Wow,
in
right.
trouble.
Talk about confidence. Markkanen feeling like he can drill shots from anywhere right now.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need.
I didn't have my thing on either. I thought I had it
You
on.
have to protect the rim.
I went and
Greg, a
dunked
little bit.
it.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now, here's Clarkson. This game we saw him score 13. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Well, the more Clarkson plays in the pick and roll, it seems like he gets confidence, and the better he becomes. Tough cover for the D.
Pelican front office has done a great job, Brent, finding some diamonds in the rough. Players that have now helped.
Think about it, Kevin. They grabbed Jose Alvarado and Najee Marshall, both undrafted players. And those guys are key rotation pieces to change the tempo of any game. Herb Jones, a great steal in the second round. Defensively comes in, creates havoc. I mean, a lot of really impressive finds for this front office.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And Williamson gets it to go.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Clarkson, what happened?
And so here is New Orleans. 10-point lead.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight had paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the
That's the second time he's done that.
And for the Western
Jordan.
Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, T.
And you just look at the point totals. that he has posted up during that time frame, just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
With his first shot attempt, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Utah calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance
15 points
inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. Pelicans, #1.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Kessler finds Olynyk. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sexton the pass to Olynyk. 6 on the shot clock. Sexton deciding where to go with it. No good again that time.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Sexton. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Now Sexton. Scoreless thus far. Bucket is good.
Colin Sexton right now looking confident, shooting over anybody out there.
Pelicans leading by 16. Here's Davidson. Rebound by Olynyk.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Ball's knocked loose. McCollum against Sexton. Over McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Sexton has the kind of ability out there where he's shifty and fast and strong, can make some exciting plays happen for his team.
New Orleans making some changes here. Valanciunas comes in for Williamson. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jones. To the inside. Here's Davidson. It's tipped. Now, here's Sexton. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. And finished off by Collins.
Man, so impressive. Collins way up for that one.
Down low, here's Davidson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, the Utah Jazz, GA, have one of the highest win percentages in NBA history.
And they're probably the greatest franchise to never win a championship. They made the finals twice. Unfortunately, they had to face Jordan and the Bulls both times.
Trey Murphy's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Utah also making some changes. Horton Tucker's checked in for Markkanen, and it's done in for Sexton. Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Jazz trail by 16. Here's Dunn. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Horton Tucker with it. Pass to Hendricks. 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And the basket by Alvarado. And the Pelicans lead by 18.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Dunn passes to Hendricks. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
and talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
So it's Utah now, following the score by New Orleans. Dunn's shot's good.
There's just no way you are stopping Dunn when he's that close to the bucket. A skilled finisher and amazing defense.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now, here's Dunn, inside, Collins. It's good. Collins has got his second basket of the night.
Pretty good body control from the big man as Collins stays focused on the rim.
Here's Davidson, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Horton Tucker with it. He's guarded by McCollum. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New Orleans.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Jams. Goes back up. Keeps it alive.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Here's McCollum. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Dunn. He takes it in. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davidson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
So it's the Jazz now after the miss from Davidson. Here's Horton Tucker. And Valanciunas pulls it down.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Here's Davidson. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds in this game. Out left to the wing. There's the steal. Alvarado with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Kicks it out to McCollum. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. There's the 3. Over to the left wing.
Oh, so bitch!
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms.
Kill you now next time.
The deck.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Dunn outside. Here's Hendricks. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some inspired.
The Jazz 20.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Sharing the wing spots, it's Jones and Ingram. Larry Nance out there with T, and it's McCollum in at the 1. That's the Pelicans 5. Nance. Kessler with the rebound. And here are the Jazz now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That will be the 3rd of this 6-game road trip.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Well, he's just so long, able to get to that rim pretty quick.
Brandon Ingram, Tiny Dog is what they called him when he first got into the NBA, Brent. And he has become a very loud bark. What a player.
Yeah, Kevin, a lot of talk about him having to jump around in the shower to get wet, but he has put on the weight and become ferocious on the offensive end. This guy does not back down, and he's worked hard to fill out that frame. Not worried about taking that hit. Jones powering through.
For Utah, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Passes it to Sexton. To the paint. Here's Olynyk. Excellent D from Davidson. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Ingram. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Markkanen. To the middle, looking for Sexton. He gets it there, and the basket is good. Sexton's got 6 points.
Sexton covered tight. Didn't matter. Scores.
To the paint, here's Davidson, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
I think the defense let up a little bit. Thought CJ was an easy cover inside, but he's too crafty. He gets the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Alvarado passes to Davidson. Back to Alvarado. Overdone. And the basket by Alvarado. Alvarado's got 5 points now this quarter. Utah has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Zion Williamson is a force to be reckoned with, but Coach Willie Green said he's just scratching the surface. He's going to continue to get better. Over and over again, he's making the right play. Kevin?
All right, D.A., thanks. Utah shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Pass to Abaji. Alvarado with the steal. And now here comes Marshall, leading the break. And the rejection by Collins.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:56 left now here in the second. And here is Dunn. Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Agility coming into play there as Collins moves so well and so quickly in those pick and roll sets.
Here's Davidson, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
A minute 20 left in the first half. And here's Collins from outside. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Horton Tucker, that's good.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And a long wind-up and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 30 seconds left in the first half. Valanciunas passes to Davidson. Horton Tucker with it. Guarded now by Marshall. And it's done in the corner. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. Here's Davidson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Done outside. Now the feed to Collins. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And so it's New Orleans able to put up
84. The Jazz 41.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from T.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Sexton is the point. Clarkson is in at 2. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Kessler in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now the pass to Davidson, stolen by Markkanen. Right side, Sexton. Good D by McCollum.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The league is now, Greg, on any given night, we sometimes see a team fall flat. Is it just luck of the draw?
Sometimes players are tired, and sometimes they relax. You know, this is why leadership is so vital, setting that standard for others to follow.
Here's Sexton. The Jazz with another miss.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Rebound, Utah.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's McCollum. 16 points for him. Pass to Davidson. And he dunks it down.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Markkanen. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Markkanen's got 8 points.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Outside, Sexton. Good on the triple. 10 points for him.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
Collin passes to Alvarado. From down in the low post, it goes.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's defended by Alvarado. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, a lot of ways that Clarkson can beat you. Most of the time it's off the dribble, but when he's shooting the ball well, he's a dangerous offensive player. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Clarkson for 3. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Olynyk.
Well, Kelly Olynyk can score
Should be a 3-second
over,
defensive foul.
really valuable when you start to get
3
points
second
from
offensive.
this kind of balanced attack.
Passes to Ingram. Inside, here's Davidson. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Davidson's got 38 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now Clarkson, he's got 12. Drives to the hoop. Kessler passes to Olynyk. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Sexton. Back to Olynyk. Fires for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Olynyk's got 5 points in the quarter.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Ingram passes to Davidson, and it's Alvarado in the corner. New Orleans moving the ball around. Count that one. Davidson's got 40 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And the Jazz seem ahead of schedule, Greg, but where can they take another step forward?
Well, turnovers have been a problem. They commit a lot, and they don't force a ton either defensively, so closing that differential will help them on the possession battle.
Three-pointer, Markkanen. Pelicans pull it in. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Dishes it to McCollum. Down low, here's Davidson, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, he's a great shooter who can just make plays for others. McCollum with a nice assist that time.
Now, here's Clarkson. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. So for the Pelicans, Nancy's checked in for Williamson, and Jones subbed in for Jose Alvarado. The shot by Sexton, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, T in that last outing against the Suns was outstanding. He scored an incredible number of points, and as always, he was aggressive on the glass, outworking everybody else on the floor. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Here's Davidson. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Markkanen against Ingram. Markkanen passes to Olynyk. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
To the inside, here's Markkanen, and he banks in the layup. Markkanen's got 4 this quarter.
And Markkanen really that time going strong.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Sexton against McCollum. Sexton kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Clarkson. Puts it up from 12. Kessler with it. Working on Nance. Offensive rebound.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
To the paint. Here's Clarkson. No good that time. Excellent D that time from Jones. And there's the pass to Davidson. It's Ingram on the wing. Over Markkanen. And that one's good. Ingram.
Brandon Ingram, a constant threat on the offensive end.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of work right there in the mid-range.
McCollum against Sexton to the left wing. Kessler with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Davidson. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Deep two from Clarkson. And once again, off the mark by Utah.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Inside, Davidson. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. 54 points for T.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
Oh, yeah. When Larry Nance Jr. sees a chance to throw it down,
2 minutes
he'll throw down.
in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Sexton. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davidson's got 8 rebounds in this game.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Oh.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Sexton dishes to Olynyk. Buries the long-range jumper. Olynyk's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
You know, Greg, for the Olynyk's, basketball is a shared family passion.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly's father was a coach, but his mom was actually the first woman to be an NBA scorekeeper. So he was raised around the game.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Trey Murphy comes in for Jones. Here's Dunn. Lobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And look at how Dunn slices apart the defense with his passing. Phenomenal in the pick and roll.
To the middle. Here's Davidson. Out to Ingram. Down against McCollum. The second chance effort, and he makes that one. Davidson's got 58.
Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Here's Dunn, and McCollum with the block, and he gets it back. They get the rebound. New Orleans gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And out of bounds as Utah gains
How you run out of bounds, dude?
Marshall, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
For your Pelicans, Naji Marshall.
Dunn against McCollum. Dunn passes to Horton Tucker. Doubled by Davidson. Back to Dunn. Clock at 6. Another miss by Utah. And so it's New Orleans. Enjoy
Oh, got a triple-double.
the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break.
Good job, Colin. Good job, old CJ McCollum.
And there may not be a lot of drama.
Substitution.
T comes in for Trey Murphy. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Lewis. They've got T. Daniels out there with Jose Alvarado. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pass to Abaji. Got a hand on it. Marshall deciding where to go with it. Lets a floater go, and that one good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Another bucket. Wow. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Kessler. Alvarado grabs the board. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Davis powered down after the assist, led him into the lane.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Sexton attacking. Kicks it to Collins. Back to Sexton. Lobbed up there for Collins. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. On up the court. And the basket by Alvarado.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
That's tipped. Down low. And finished off by Collins.
Assisted by.
And Markkanen should do that more. He's got the height to survey the defense and try to find the open man.
Inside. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Outside, Sexton. Buries it down low. Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When you get physical like that, I don't think Sexton minds it all that much, able to play through it.
Davidson. And another one falls. Amazing.
We're bearing witness to one of the great scoring seasons of all time.
Greg, he's delivering night in and night out. Great games and nearing third all-time for scoring in a season.
And guys, don't look now, but Michael Jordan's scoring mark from 1987 is in his sights.
Passes it to Davidson. Back to Daniels. To the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
While you look at Williamson, sitting at the top of the heap, looks like he'll be planning on an appearance at the dunk contest this year.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the goods, no doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Jones checked in for the Pelicans. Looking to get back on track here. In deep, Dunn drops it in.
And once again, Dunn showing off his all-around game. Not just an incredible shooter, but an unreal finisher on the drive as well.
A nice shot by Davidson.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Jones against Clarkson. And there's Collins on the assist from Clarkson. 14 points for John Collins.
Yeah, John Collins in a nice lather here. Versatile, explosive, high energy, and doing the job scoring it.
A nice shot by Davidson.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And here is Dunn. Hard to believe, isn't it, Brent? The three-point line was introduced as a one-year trial back in 1979.
Yeah, crazy. It was so successful in the ABA, and then the 79-80 season kicks in. And if you remember, Kevin, Chris Ford, the first player for the Boston Celtics that was able to knock down the NBA's official first three-pointer.
Gary Nance is checked in for Cody Zone.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Dunn, right side. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Davidson. Over Collins. Collins with some nice D.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Brett, you're in a team's front office, and the voices of sports medicine experts seem to be carrying more weight than ever before.
Yeah, it's been so interesting to see the way that the league is navigating this, because it's hard to say where the proof is that load management is actually working. I mean, during the time that I was playing, I remember Karl Malone and John Stockton getting 82 games in at 38 minutes a night and never missing a contest. So we'll see if time does tell that guys will get back on the floor and play a little bit more often.
Shot clock at 3. Stolen by Collins. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Clarkson. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Davidson. Rebound
come on.
Olenek's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Dunn. That one, no good. Excellent D that time from Jones. The pass to Marshall. Here's Davidson. Now Alvarado. Dunn covering. Now Alvarado. Pass to Davidson. Over Hendricks. And it's Davidson missing. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Utah. Here's Hendricks, and he jams it with authority.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Davidson, and good. There's another.
All season long, he has been absolutely dominant.
2 minutes.
The scoring doesn't end with him.
Yeah, he's already left his mark on history, moving into 3rd place for most points in a season. Amazing.
And can you believe he has passed Michael Jordan for 3rd most points in a season? It's rare you ever see his airness get passed on any list.
Collins kicks to Dunn. Here's Clarkson, drilled from 11 feet out.
Well, creating something off of the dribble. Nice job with the bounce. Kind of like watching Jordan Clarkson when he's in go-go mode.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a rushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pelicans.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will make it 1 victories for them on the year.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for T.
Not sure what else the coaching staff could ask for. He contributed in every facet of the game tonight, racking up a triple-double.
To the inside, Olynyk with the steal. Markkanen with it, guarded now by Marshall.
Get away, dumbass.
Passes it to Hendricks. Knocks it loose. Cullen passes to Davidson. Can't get it to fall.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
So it's the Pelicans now. Jones kicks to Marshall. Pass to Davidson. There's the dish to Marshall. To the paint. Fades back. A nice shot by Davidson.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect